Okay, so towards the end of last year, 21 Savage, the rapper, decided he wanted to drop this thing called F the Streets. And it meant minimal to like half and half. Like some people were for it, a lot of people were against it. And that's just to be like expected of black culture, unfortunately. You're gonna get the people who just like, yo, what you mean F the streets, bro? What you mean, cuz da, 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 da. And you got people who are like, no man, F them streets, nigga. Like they ain't never really did nothing for us. And I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, but why 21 Savage? I don't know. But it seemed to kind of spark some form of a conversation. Like, has the streets really been good for us? And some people are saying, yeah, because I can go make money in one day and this, that, and third. Yeah, but it's not tangible money. And you got to go out and make that same fast money again tomorrow and tomorrow. So yeah, the hustle mentality is there, but it's not really tangible. You see what I'm saying? So unfortunately, that's like one or the other as far as where it is for that, where I stand with it. I don't personally think the streets ever really benefited black people. Maybe in the '80s when we kind of had to do that street culture shit because it was just like, yo, the government won't give black people a break. Y'all keep doing this dirty every time we try to get our jobs, or every time we get a nickel to two nickels to rub together. We making dollars out of 15 cents. Y'all find a way to fuck us over. So we not doing the right thing. We gonna do this dirty ish and get the money that way. And it did work, but it left an entire generation of people messed up. And it's left generations of black people messed up, in my opinion. So that's where I stand on it. But the pushback was crazy. I know, I want to get this person wrong. I think it might have been Boosie who was like, if it's F the streets and you saying F the streets, don't use the streets to promote your music anymore. I agree. If you're going to say it, stand on it. Don't say F the streets at the end of 25, then come out in February 26 and you saying the streets is my home. Like, I ain't trying to hear all that. You with it, you with it. And I saw Kendrick Lamar was, I believe he shared it. I think he shared F the streets because that's to be expected. Kendrick Lamar may have lived in the streets, but I don't know if Kendrick Lamar was really about that street life. So it's a good thing. I think I've seen more people say "f the streets" than not. So I'd say that's a good thing. I know, yeah, Boosie Badass. I was right. Boosie Badass condemned it. But me personally, I say stand with it, stand by it. I say, black men, if you already been standing against it for a long time, keep standing against it. I think we're finally starting to get a breakthrough on this street culture shit. It's just way too many black men dead, in my opinion. It's just way too many dead black men off of this street culture shit. Oh, you bumped into me, I'm about to blast you. Oh, we can't talk in conflict resolute like adults, so I'm just gonna kill you, nigga. This, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatever. It should have never been pedestalized in our community. Like, if it was going on down below, that's one thing. For it to be pedestalized is another. So I'm glad to see this kind of pushback. I'm happy to see this kind of like, we ain't for this shit, and the black community is kind of starting to like reinvent itself, and that's good. That's a really good sign. On the other hand, I do have an issue with the people who have pushback because I'm like, why do you have pushback against this? It's like every time the black community, especially black men, try to like push something forward in a better position, it's always met with scrutiny. It's always, and it's so funny because remember the quarter zip trend. They was eating them niggas alive on that quarter zip trend. But I'm like, why not though? Why can't they wear quarter zips and drink matcha? White boys do it, Asian boys do it, Hispanic boys do it, Indian boys do it. Why we can't do it? Why we can't act like we got some sense and drink matcha? We professional niggas. We do the standard third. The YN culture dying out. I really don't think it was ever a YN epidemic the way black women on the internet were saying. They were just the ones that kept fucking the YNs because they're attracted to them. But if you want to be honest, it really went from, I think in the last 20 years, it went from 1 in 3 black men have a felony to 1 in 5. So that's already a nice progression. That's already a nice progression. So instead of like 3 out of 10, it's more like 2 out of 10. It could always be bigger. We would always love to see it grow bigger, right? So let's keep that in mind. I think this After Streets movement, if it actually goes like platinum, like big, it would be a big deal for us because I think it shows that the black community was capable of evolving. We just had to find the right heart to say it. And it took someone like 21 Savage to say it, man. Fuck the streets, we over it. And it's nice to see Kendrick Lamar, someone with his influence who's even bigger than 21 Savage, to say something like that because he could definitely touch the masses more than 21 Savage ever could. Now, if someone like Drake and Chris Brown and them said it, it would be even bigger. I just don't know um, how many music industry people have actually said it. But then you got like Barbie B. Jam, and she's not really famous, but like she's famous on Instagram, I guess, and where she's from, which I think is Oklahoma and Oakland, not Oklahoma, Oakland, I think. And she's like, man, I was in college and I left college as soon as I found out I could make more money than my professor in one day in the streets. And she left the college life behind. Okay, cool. You do that. You do that. But what happens when your customer dries up? What happens when your customer dies out? Then what? So me personally, as the black intellectual, I love y'all, man. I love black men. I want to see black men thrive, and to see black men doing everything we can to. Whew, damn, a nigga tired. When we see us trying to pull ourselves away from this stereotypical pseudo masculine archetype, it makes me happy. It really does because it's never really been good for our culture. I don't give a damn who has a problem with it. I don't care. So with that being said, right? Let's try to push this movement on our end on this YouTube space. Push this F the Streets movement. Let's have the people on Instagram push this F the Streets movement. Let's have, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this movement out there. I think this is a movement that needs to happen from black people. It specifically needs to happen from us. Excuse me. Now the black fatigue conversation, that's dumb another day. We ain't gotta worry about that black fatigue shit because it's really we got white fatigue, homie. You see what I'm saying? Might do a video on that shit. The white fatigue is crazy in me. But it's something to be that we need to notice. It's something that needs to be pushed. So we'll see. I definitely want to see where this gets us in the long run. But with that being said, man, look, man, get the conversation started down below. Like, subscribe for more. I'll definitely see y'all on the next one.